good night, everyone. Welcome back to Island Fans. Let me first apologize for last week Thursday. I had a couple of exams and it ran me over the Island Fans time slot that we usually use. So I just told the fellas that we couldn't make it. But we're here, nevertheless, tonight, this Good Monday, international break. So it affords us the time to talk about any and everything that's football. I have some more things to throw out to you guys. Some controversial, some may not be so controversial, but it's a time where we can. I mean, the Premier League gets back into full swing, into really full swing at the business end of the season on the weekend. So by Thursday, we're going to preview the game. We're going to get back to our prediction tables and all that, back to the fantasy and all that. But for now, we're going to, what should I say, free it up a bit, liven it up a bit. We're just going to be able to talk about any and everything that's football, whether it's the Premier League. Sadly, yesterday we were watching football and Antigua lost in a horrible way to Barbados. We touch on that. We can touch on anything really as long as it's football related. So joining me tonight, guys, I have Moy and I have Cello down at the bottom. Let me just start with Moy. It's the international break. How have you been enjoying it?
Have been the most disappointing for me. Seeing I was just looking forward to my to Antigua play, and that didn't turn out well. So yeah,
It didn't.
I'll give
It
it
didn't.
I'll give it five at least.
A 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
You see, it's the hope. It's the hope because having gone away and won away at Guadeloupe, I was like upbeat for yesterday's game. Having gone up 1-0 in yesterday's game, I'm like, Todd, there's no way we lose to this Barbados team who had 0 points and probably negative 10 goal difference. I don't know how we lost that game, but somehow we did. I mean, and even right now, more you hear different people coming out saying the coach is coach this, the coach doesn't know the players, this and that. Different things coming out from the camp, from different personnel who is affiliated with the sport. But I mean, what say you before we get to Cello? What say you? How are you viewing what happened yesterday?
um, even so yesterday we were talking about it. I tried not to say much because I was so upset about the situation. I didn't really want to, come out as like one of those supporters where you're just coming out because you're just emotions all over the place. But
Right.
I don't know. It was very disappointing, and to say that the fact that we tried to play for the British football that we know that this one direction of football that we know we normally try to play. We try to get some parties going against Barbados, and that still didn't manage to get out properly. And to see the players that we had, that I expected them to do more. It was very overwhelming. And going, as you said, there was the hope that kills. Going in to say that okay, first place is out to reach, second place guarantees us a qualifying match for the prelims to go to the Gold Cup. That would be such an achievement. Trying to get to the Gold Cup, going to the qualifiers. But
I
it's funny because they made us jump up while they were overseas. Everyone tried to scamper, find all sorts of licks to follow
right.
Antigua. Reach here, stadium is good because we love football, and then to just reach up there, go to a disappointing 2-1 loss, and didn't really say like, okay, we tried our best effort. It wouldn't even look like best efforts out there. So that's
Yeah.
that, that that's the
But
overwhelming thing.
you see more, we say that, but I think yesterday's performance on the scores the underscores just exactly where we are as a nation when it comes to football on the international stage. Even well, not even say international because that's more regional. In the regional stage, I think before we first think about dominating, before we first think about reaching to even the Gold Cup, even the Gold Cup, we have to at least try to dominate these little teams in and around us, like the Barbados and stuff like that. I mean, I think that underscores where we are and shows us exactly where we need to go as a nation if we are indeed serious about the football. Cello, how was the international break treating you though?
Well, international break of the worst time. Other than World Cup and you and something, me hate international break, bro. But
I
when
love
no,
see
listen,
soccer,
let's be honest.
soccer run
When no
ball.
Premier League now play, when no Premier League now play, the weekend boring, bro. Me can't sit down
Yeah,
and watch international football unless I'm a major tournament. Me can't sit,
yep.
no.
It was difficult for me, but I watched the England game yesterday because we had Saka playing and we had Dinchenko playing as well. So I was able to sit and watch that. And even that too, I was still on my phone. It's like when I'm watching a Premier League game, phone down, and the eyes are just glued to the TV. It wasn't like that at all. Um,
Me just watch
I'm
the
glad that
highlights of
Saka
the game.
scored.
I see Saka
Oh, he was
score one
high.
beauty, assist one for Kane.
Yeah. But
But when the
I was also
international
wanted
break,
to
bro,
see. I wanted to see Modric.
but Modric is me didn't see Modric in that game, the boys. A two-time I see
Yeah, I
Modric,
think.
a two-time try Mark Saka, and a two-time
Yeah, he end up a grab.
Saka me small.
I can hardly hear
National
you there,
break unless
Stella.
a
You like
major
the
tournament
internet,
or
the
something.
internet coming in and out. Go again.
Me say me don't really enjoy international break unless a major tournament.
All right. Well, it's the last one. It's the last one. We don't have another one until next season. So right now, when the Premier League starts back on the weekend, full speed ahead from now until May. No more breaks. No more pause. Every weekend it's gonna be Premier League football. More you wanted to get in?
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was saying, during like the international football stage, we probably mostly try to gravitate towards these European games because the likes of England and
Yeah.
Italy play. That England and Italy game, I only tuned in until like the last 10 minutes of it. And even though I know our CONCACAF, let's just put it as CONCACAF, with less entertaining as people would say. I
Yeah,
even
let's
found
start
myself
again.
gravitated more to watching Mexico versus Jamaica. Yes, the
Jamaica.
last night,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and that
yeah,
game
yeah.
turned out to be very interesting. Puskas
Personally,
dominated.
I love when go again. Sorry, I didn't hear the ending there, Moy. Sorry.
Bobby Reed scored a Puskas type goal. Yes,
Yes.
it was very
Yeah,
good.
boy. Sell didn't see the goal.
No, no, no.
Well, me boy, go YouTube that one, the man. The Bobby
England,
Reed
England,
for Jamaica. That was
Mm.
a goal. That was a goal. May tell you,
very
the
good.
man just run up on that and slap that. That was a goal. That was a goal. That
Jamaica
was a
versus
goal.
Mexico.
Jamaica versus Mexico
Yep.
yesterday.
Okay.
In other things, as we spoke about the soccer, Kane breaking the record. Kane breaking the record for the most goals for an England player. I mean, you can't knock him. You can't knock him. He's a striker. That's what he does, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, he's supposed to put the ball in the back of the net, and he's proven for club and country that he's the best at doing that.
Like today, right? When they listen, when they watch the pundits and them talk after the game, and Gerard and Michael Owen say how he can have big decision for making the summer.
Hmm.
He have a very big decision for making the summer. Reason being, what them say, you can score 500 goals for club and country, but when you retire, you can actually regret here. I have 500 goals for club and country, but I have nothing else to show.
Will he really? I mean,
But I
yeah,
I
okay.
have a
I'm just saying, Cello. I'm just saying.
Because Gerard
You
say,
say,
right?
Moy?
no. I said I have a question because I think certain times that Harry Kane gets the unfair end of the stick. That I think let's say he's doing with loyalty because he Spurs this and that, and I think sometimes maybe
Right.
any other player that's happening too, they're not getting that much talked about. But it's Harry Kane, he's scoring goals. It's not like he's not scoring goals. He's trying to do everything he can, but they just keep coming up short.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked Cello if you really think that Harry Kane will look back on his career and feel that he came up short. Because scoring the amount of goals that he has, it means that he has done his job. Can we question his ambition? Maybe, but I think even that may be a stretch, Cello.
But the thing is, like, when you say no, look at all the top scores and then win something.
I
Look
win
at
some. You're right.
Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Andy Cole, Thierry Henry, call everyone them. They, at least if they win an FA Cup and call it something. You understand?
You're right. He's not doing it club or he's not winning anything club or international.
As Gerard they say, right? In the free time playing for Liverpool, he might not win much, but he have one or two trophies. We say, okay, but win this with Liverpool.
I mean, the man got a big trophy, man.
Champion League.
But
Champion League.
Those players that Cello listed, we can most likely say they were in the running every single season as the top 2 favorite team. Meanwhile, I think it's probably different for Tottenham. When you're talking about teams winning the league, they're not in the top 2, top 3. They come in at the 4th or 5th team to do something.
And if we're being critical, dear Moy, we can't put that blame on Harry Kane. Because when the team sheet comes out, I think I've seen a stat maybe for about the past 6-7 years, Harry Kane has always scored 20 plus goals in every season. I think maybe he missed 1 or 2 seasons where he didn't, but that's consistency. What happened to the rest? I think when you look at a situation like that, you start asking questions. What happened to the rest teams? What happened to the rest players on the team? What happened to the coach? What happened to the board? I don't think you can rest. I don't think you can look at Harry Kane and say, boy, you come up short. You failed Tottenham. I feel like that is rough. Yeah. If we
that's why I made the analysis, because let's look at the last 5 years at least. Tottenham was the favourites in the last 5 years. How many times? Not really, maybe just one.
I don't think anytime, because the past 4 or 5 years was dominated by City and City and Liverpool.
City and Liverpool dominated the last 5 years. The year when they had the whole running, you had Chelsea dominating, and then you had the Leicester City that shocked the whole world when they had probably one of their best opportunities to do it when Arsenal was going back and forth too.
And even in that season,
they were never up there. Like, you had back in the days, you had United, Arsenal, then you had the Chelsea, maybe Liverpool, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, this and that, City, Liverpool. They were never up there as top 2 favorites. Like I say, boom, going into this season, Tottenham is definitely the top 2 favorites to challenge. Not in the FA Cup, not in the League Cup. All they were saying, going in, we think it's about time for Tottenham to win a league title. And I mean, Harry Kane you can't really put all the blame on him, because let's say, we always think that Tottenham is, how we think of them. But even if they're that, doing it every single season, week in, week out, season after season, scoring these amount of goals, must prove quality, and he's not being lackadaisical about it, though. So you can't.
But back to Cello's point there. I do think that where Cello started and saying that he has that Gerard was saying he has a big decision, because look at it now. We can just transition to who's gonna be the next manager. I mean, Harry Kane is what, 30 now? I mean, Cello, what should he do in a situation? If you are Harry Kane, what would you do?
God, me left from Tottenham. Me want to win trophy. Me want to win trophy, boys. Every man in the football are playing the top league. They want to win trophy. Even in the
I do think that he want to win trophy too.
Everybody want to win trophy. You want a medal. So 5 and 6 years later after you retire, you can look back, you can even tell your granddaughter, I scored 200 goals and I win 1 Premier League trophy. At least you have something for sure. You win some.
I
understand?
I understand what's
saying. If you want to be loyal to Tottenham, me can be against if you be loyal to Tottenham. Because there are players that be one team, man.
I mean, you're not knocking them now, but we I guess we live in an age right now where, like you rightfully said, you have to win something. You have to win something. But what if, because him going to play for a United, which I think would be a really good move for him. Any other team really, because Harry Kane will put the ball in the back of the net. It's not. He may not. He may look at it as it's not guaranteed that he's going to play. When I say guaranteed, he's going to play. It's not guaranteed that they're going to stick with him if he has a rough patch. But he can do that at Tottenham. Maybe he may not win something, but his legacy.
Shock the stick.
He stick.
Yeah,
Oh
shock
yeah.
like he stick.
Well, even self, yeah, to continue. Oh, go ahead. He's back. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was frozen. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I can continue. I think I made my point.
We didn't hear it though. We did.
I didn't hear not twice and you stick now.
Start from Harry Kane going to United.
Oh, whoa, that far back. I think just to summarize it, I think I was saying. I mean, sometimes you have these moves. It doesn't always work out to be what you want. So I don't know if he's thinking, would I tarnish my legacy or would I diminish my legacy if I should move to a new club? But I can cement it as being the best goal scorer ever in the Premier League, because I think that's what his aim is. If he stays with Tottenham.
And I mean, I agree with both the your points, especially when Cello is saying that, he think he should move. I think he reached a time in his career where I think he personally should move, because I think he have given Tottenham numerous opportunities to try and prove to him what he can do, especially with that whole city stuff. And he said he wanted to leave, and then he was waiting for Poch, and then Jose Mourinho and Conte came in as top managers, so you expect them to do way better. And I think he wants to break that goal scoring record. If I was him, I would try my best to stay in the Premier League, to go to a top club, to try and kill two birds with one stone. So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's up to him.
So let me ask you this then, because you're saying that he should leave. I don't disagree with you. But what would you do if you're given the choice? Become the all-time top scorer in the Premier League, or win one Premier League with any other club?
But
which one would you
want
choose?
win the Premier League, you want the big achievement. Yeah. Scoring all in goal, everybody remember you as just the man that scored the most goal. At the end of the day, when people look back on your stats, yeah, when you say how you can score 500 goals, what you can how other than the 500 goals that you score in the 35 years of playing football. Well, only thing you have to show, okay, you score 500 goals. You get on and lick a plaque and say, okay, how we can score 500 goals. Your name on the billboard around the world. Say, okay, you're the top goal scorer in England. Other than that, you know, nothing else to show, bro. But Harry Kane, at the age of 30, should look for go to the next step in your career, not tap a Tottenham and kill yourself.
I'm going to win something. I hear you.
At 30, Harry Kane give me a shot. You don't get Tottenham half your life.
That's why I think that Tottenham, and okay, let me just put this in right now, because go ahead, finish up that settle, because I'm going to transition.
As Moise said, you don't give them time after time, opportunity after opportunity for show them what else they can bring to the table. He do everything that he can, everything he powers for try them to the next level. But something wrong with Tottenham. I don't spell upon Tottenham, something was. No, honestly. No tell me, shot for the past 5 years and 6 years, fair striker score 30 plus goal or 20 plus goal, and you still can't win the league, you still can't win the FA Cup. Look on the past 5 years, all the striker that score 20 plus, 20 high, or 30 plus, then team go on and win the league. Then win something.
I think at least Tottenham should have at least been able to win a cup with Harry Kane. At least one of them FA Cup or Carabao Cup. They should have, over the past 5 to 7 years, they should have been able to win one of those. So, I mean, I laugh when you say they must have curse or something, but something wrong with Tottenham. Something wrong with Tottenham. And that's why I want to ask you guys, who's going to take this job? Because this job is a whole rebuilding process now. Because Harry Kane, like you said, 30. Son is about going to be 32. The squad is bang average. I hear Nagelsmann name being mentioned. I don't think he won that job.
In in all honesty, right? We can't shy away. I know we can't sit here and say that Tottenham is not a good club. Anybody would probably want to manage Tottenham. But I think it's the case of the owners that if they had probably better owners or as per say that look to invest, I see Shaq skin up his face, but whatever. I think I don't know. It's something like in the upper house, as we would say. Something seems like it's going on because I don't know. You have top coaches after you had Jose and then you had Conte. Nothing came out of those.
I just don't think I personally am trying to scan and think why
But
would someone in their rightful mind go to Spurs
the problem, Sha,
at
is
this time?
the up is the up above. The problem I come from up above.
The
Yeah,
board.
and the negativity from up above I rub off on the player and them. As the manager say, yo, Kante, not just trip out there because he want to trip out now. The man trip
He
out
did
because
start.
yeah,
He did charge facts.
all the things behind the scene go on and
Yeah.
them know about. The man point out a few of them in the press conference. You get me? The man point out a few of them in the press conference. And because the man talk the truth, then they love that. The club, the board, them the aim have to finish above Arsenal and finish in the top four. Them the aim and for win non trophy. If then they
But
finish in front of Arsenal, then they believe okay, then win and lead.
but Selu, to my point there, the past seasons, Spurs have been finishing above Arsenal quite often, as we can admit and say.
Yeah.
That's an
In the past
achievement for them.
2 years.
That's how it seems. So then, therefore, this is why I bring in the board and I class them to United. As much as United fans do not like their owners, when the owners start to feel pressure, they give them that one or two players to make them feel good. And
Yeah.
those one or two players normally try to contribute to something. Unlike the Tottenham board, you're not really, I'm fed up with you. Hey, let me give you a new manager. But new manager is not really anything. And then you just give me one or two players, but it's not really the deal to kickstart the team. And we know every
But
season you're supposed to rebuild. It's not happening.
the thing is right more, you can't give me a new man, you can't bring in a new manager and you not give the money for buy the kind of players that you want for build the team, for structure the team, how you want the team. If you give
Yeah.
me, you can't give me 30 million, expect me to buy man that cost 60 and 70 million. It can never work. If you understand what I say. If you bring me in, me and you make an agreement here. Yeah. The club go on rebuild, I will spend 200 million for rebuild the club. I might spend the whole 200 million in the summer. I spend 120 during the summer. I spend the next during
80.
the January window. The rebuilding process. But if upstairs being stubborn, the problem will cause on the field. Because some of the man and them, they're not good enough. The
I
kind of
don't
football I want to play. But because no money now pass, you have to just live with what you have.
I don't know if you all
Let me,
agree with me or have a different thinking, but I always think if let's just put in my shoes that if I am an owner, I would give you the resources. And then it's up to you to prove what you can do. Then if you can't do it, then you get out
I
the
mean,
business. You're not
I
doing
mean, you
anything.
say that more, but then when you give it, I'm giving you 200 million to spend because that's what you say you want. Because to your point, you're saying, give you the tools to work with. Fair enough. But then when you don't, when you don't get the results now, and things are not going well for the club, what happened to the 200 million investment that the next coach I bring in, you're gonna look at half of them, even if he doesn't look at all, look at half of them and say that 100 million that you spend there, I have no use for them. What happens to the investment then? Because that's how some of the owners try to balance it. This is why they bring in technical directors. O'Neill is saying he's cussing Conte. I believe he said Conte complains all the time. He keeps talking about players and he buy half of them. Perisic, Kulusevski, Longley, is not Benacer, is what is name? Bentacore, Richarlison, Emerson, Poro. Bro, stop the cap. He is ass. It ain't about upstairs. Conte is a terrorist. Bro, he got Dan Juma in January and he haven't played him. The thing I heard about this Dan Juma thing is because he didn't want Dan Juma. That's a board signing. So he decided he never played. Just like Jed Spence. He never played Jed Spence either. Boss, I hate when people pick up for Conte. You don't need 200 mil.
No. My boy, me never say, me just there John reference no. Me never say you need 200 million. Me just there John reference. Me now pick up for Kante. Me just simply say, Kante put out a few pints. What go on behind the scene. One or two things that go on behind the scene. The man talk about him in the press conference. Me never pick up for you and say, oh, you right for what you do or nothing. No. Me never say, oh, the club supposed to just give Kante 200 million. Me just there John reference. Just for instance, like for instance, Liverpool. For Liverpool, reach back for where them for reach back. They have to spend quality money because most of them players they are getting older. And if you want younger player and quality player, you have to spend quality money. Me now pick up for Kante and say Kante right, Kante this, Kante that. You understand? Me just say the things that are going behind the scene, the man point out a few of them in the press conference and it cause a big problem. Me now back you up and say right.
I'm not slandering him too much, but I agree with him with a lot of stuff. Because if you look past it, wherever he went, he got the accolades to prove that he did something. Tottenham is the only team where he didn't even show up because they didn't really do anything to him. That's what I'm saying.
I think O'Neal, I think what
so last thing there, I think people just there because of how Conte reacts. That's his personality. Seems like a very outspoken person and has to get his point across. There's nothing new. Same with Jose Mourinho. People probably don't like him because of that. But however he gets his job done, he gets the job done.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I think what O'Neal is trying to get at is the fact that it seems as in that rant, as much as he didn't say anything wrong, because you can many coaches have gone into Tottenham and you realize it's the same thing. So whereas he may not have said anything wrong, I think it looked much of his rant looked as if he was just passing the blame and not really taking any of the blame for himself. Like, the question is, what part did you play in this? Because the team that you have there, you were trying to tell me that that team have to lose to Sheffield United in the quarterfinals of an FA Cup. Those are the questions that the fans are saying, yes, you're right for Carlo the board. But then Conte, why are we losing to Sheffield United? Why are we giving up 3-1 leads to Southampton?
Sure.
That's the question that they want answered.
Let me say this right, sure. Me a manager club here. Me pick okay. Me rest a few top name players. Me pick the best 11 that I feel can go up on the field and get the job done for me. Yeah. Me can instill confidence in them. But if they have the confidence in themselves when it comes to the game time, what gonna happen? It will look like me now do nothing.
All right, but you see, it comes to you as the manager again to be able. I mean, I'm not saying that Conte is the reason that Tottenham don't fall. I'm saying that yes, he has a part to play in all of this. So don't just pass the blame off to the board, because I think it's a holistic problem from the top down to the bottom. Because he even calls some of the selfish players too.
I agree. And I normally say I'm always on the fact that it's very hard done on the managers as soon as something a pin snap that you blame the manager. Like sometimes you can just look on the games and you can see like the players are not there. And then you go and blame managers. It's something like people are too often reactionary, as I could say, and then you just quick to blame the manager because he's the head. As Stella said, I pick my best team to think to go forward. You can get the job done. But then you go over and then you decide like, hey, I'm probably not in the mood to play football, or it's 50%. Let's just get this done over with, which is crazy. And I think even if our top players, Conte should be able to try and turn around something. But you can only do one thing.
Conte shouldn't have gone to Spurs. He turned them down in the summer of 2021. What changed? He had no right to leave Inter. And he left Inter because he don't think that they would spend enough. He runs from the job, in my opinion. Bro, Conte was literally begging to get sacked. He never took accountability for anything there. See, I knew that's what he was getting at. He never once came out in the post-match interview and said, "Yo, I got it wrong." Conte is part of the Tottenham downfall shot. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Players skills join in the comments. He said players win game and coaches lose the game, and that is so true. That is so true.
I think
But
I think I I dislike hearing that thing.
okay. When I said it's so true, that is the common say. That is the common say. That's what I meant. Just to move the discussion along there, though, fellas. So a bit of a lighter what should I call it? Okay, hold on. Last comment. Boss people blaming Levy and Levy step aside and made Patrici run things. I think there's more comments coming after that. But we're gonna push the discussion along just to I want y'all to think about, because this is gonna be the last thing we do before we come off the show. I want you to think about your top five players in the Premier League that has been in the Premier League this season. The top five players been in the Premier League this season, and that's what we're going to talk about in a couple of minutes. I'm going to throw out some other true and false for you guys now, but okay. O'Neal is finishing up here. He said Patrici worked well with him at Juventus, and now they still have problems. All right, I think Joe is here. He don't look like he's ready yet.
Joe look like he's
Joe,
coming in the 78th minute.
all right, I don't think Joe ready yet. Okay, so my first one is just throwing it out. Okay, let me leave that until Joe comes back and he will have a
Yeah, sure. Leave the true and false. When Joe comes, so everybody can give their
and
opinion and answer the true and false.
I have enough so that we can keep the discussion going. Unless you have something that you want to say right now.
No. You can go.
Okay, good. So here's the first one. Kane has a better legacy than Salah in the Premier League.
Then who?
Salah. Joe ready?
Oh.
All right. Look, before we answer that, good night, Joe. Just to bring you up. If you don't touch on Tottenham and stuff like that, I want you to think about the top five players in the Premier League this season. We're gonna come to it. All right, we're gonna come to it. We're coming to it, bro. We're coming to it. Don't give me your answer yet. We're on a true and false right now. The what did I say? Kane has a better legacy than Salah in the Premier League. True or false?
For me, false.
Same.
You say same, okay. O'Neal thinks it's false as well.
Yeah, I think it's false because Salah edges him with these championships.
Silverware. You see when he comes back again, Salah win trophy.
Yo, big man thing, right?
Wonder.
The only legacy Kane have in England, no, right? And then I
But
to say
the true and false is about the Premier League, not holistically.
What I'm saying is not even to say he's won anything. And okay, he's this phenomenal goal scorer, but he's not the all-time leading scorer in the Premier League. So even his goal scoring record still overshadowed. So really and truly, Kane, Kane and them
I don't think you see how these man think about Harry Kane. I don't think about that. I don't think about him like that. I can never respect Harry Kane. He don't got one trophy to his name. Silverware means something. Kane is a fraud. He ain't score when it matters most.
Sure. Okay, now you see now only the comment come back right to way me they say from the get-go. You can score 500 goals. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you winning something means a lot.
He scored 500 goals, and the man that scored 30 goals but win one Premier League has a better legacy than him.
You understand?
Wow.
At the end of the day, okay, as I tell you, Harry Kane retire the next 5 to 6 years. Only thing you can look back and say, here, I score 500 goals in the Premier League.
Yo, not even that. So look, you know what? You know people can say in the future when they talk about Harry Kane. Harry Kane is one of the best strikers they've ever seen. But it's a pity he never won anything. But it's a pity he wasted all his time at Tottenham.
Tottenham.
But it's a pity he wasn't playing for a better team. There's always going to be that but.
Skill, we have a true. Skill thing
Yeah,
is true.
now we put it in that perspective. I change my answer to true. Because if we're looking at it in the long run, I think Kane has a better legacy because you tend to remember goal scoring more, way more. Yes, you might remember Salah winning a Premier League title
It's just one.
and
But
probably a
that
golden boot.
that
But
one
then
shot. That
I
one is
don't.
That one is Liverpool first ever Barclays Premier
but-
League trophy.
I disagree.
But then you remember, I think there's other persons in there that could probably take it away from him too. Because not only you remember that title winning, Van Dijk is the first person that come to mind. You still have Mane that would take away some of the shine from Salah. So that's why I say, whereas Kane,
But not just that more. Let me tell you why me think Salah have it. Because also, apart from the fact it's their first Barclays Premier League trophy, you can even throw in the Champions League in terms of the fact that they before Liverpool, Salah and them won it, the English Premier League teams hadn't won it for a while.
yeah, but I wasn't transitioning.
Even from that aspect too. And then we're going to praise Kane for his goal scoring, right? But Salah winning the Golden Boot like 3 times.
I think it's like twice.
And remember, he broke the record for the most goals scored in a season that Suarez had.
Yeah.
So when you really think about it, okay, I can talk about goals, then Salah has an argument to say that they can say,
but he's not as prolific as Harry Kane, though.
No,
you could never
he's
put
not
them in the
prolific.
same conversation.
But
Yeah, he's not. But here's the thing: he's not prolific, right? But guess what? Salah has scored more big goals than Harry Kane has. As crazy as it sounds.
And the thing is, like,
Because Harry Kane never win no
That's an
trophy.
argument that we can make. He has scored more big goals.
Harry Kane never win no trophy. Salah come in the Premier League.
Honestly, I don't think.
Salah come in the Premier League and consistently score over 20 goals every season. And even this season, right? That Salah is having a poor season. I was checking his stuff, and the man still has 18 goal contributions in the Premier League for the season.
Yeah, but he's
and he off
for me personally, just me. I think when you look at Harry Kane and just the sheer quality of the man in front of goal.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the Premier League in the past 10 years, I think his name will pop out more than Salah's name would pop out.
Yeah, in certain scenarios because of the English bias, but at the same time too, the amount of record that Salah has broken in the Premier League also because he's the only Egyptian to ever come into the Premier League and do all these things. So for me personally, when you add even that aspect to it, right? Salah legacy much deeper than Kane own, in my opinion. Kane, if we're talking just about strikers and we're talking about English strikers in the Premier League, of course, Harry Kane, them I will say about Harry Kane, one of the most prolific English strikers we've ever seen. But
Joe,
that is where the problem comes in. The fact that you can say but.
I don't want to cut your joke. Harry Kane and dead-hand striker. Salah play wing. And Salah score nearly the same amount of goals as he scored season in, season out.
Please stop it.
No, stop what?
No, that's not true.
Season out. Listen,
no.
Man. Let me talk to man.
No.
Wait, what's
I'm telling you, how you start off there, that's incorrect.
How me incorrect?
You're saying that during the same time that they're in the Premier League together, Harry Kane, Salah scored as much goal as Harry Kane?
But now I said they score the same amount of goal. Just listen to what I'm saying, man. Let me say what I'm saying, then you come in, man.
All right, go ahead, bro.
But as I say, season in, season out. If Harry Kane score 30 goals, and Salah finished behind him, finished behind him by much. And Salah and winger. Harry Kane are
That is
dead on
facts.
striker. You understand?
But we can also make the
So
case that
90% of the time,
Harry Kane are playing number 10, really.
bro, Harry
Two
Kane
of them
just
are kick
start play.
penalty.
Harry Kane just start playing the number 10 role recently.
Harry Kane has always played like that.
90, but listen what me say. 90% of the time, Harry Kane in a better goal scoring position than Salah.
I mean, Klopp, the way how Klopp plays, have Salah in that goal scoring position. That's why he's scoring all those goals.
You understand? So,
But for me, you still can't use that and say, oh, it's because of the way. Because at the end of the day, no matter what position and how great.
That's why I don't think that you should be in position.
No, but what I'm saying is when you're going to say that because of how Klopp plays is why he's able to score all them goals. At the end of the day, when you look at it that way, it's like saying that you can take almost anybody and build a system like that and put them there and then score the same amount of goals. But over the years, no, that's not real crazy goals Salah score, no. Not play goal, no.
I mean,
hey, I'm not gonna be biased with you, Shaq. You're on your own.
No, a couple good goals. Remember, the man, yam them up.
One Premier League title.
One.
Yo, here.
Let's say they end it right now, right? Yes, he has one Premier League title, but that one Premier League title is not going to get him over the hump for Harry Kane. Really and truly.
Wait, boy. Watch this stat here now. Both Mohamed Salah and Harry Kane, we recognize them as forwards. Harry Kane, our striker, out and out striker, like Selo they say. But watch this stats here now. Overall appearances in the Premier League, Harry Kane has played 310 games. Salah has played 219, right? Harry Kane has scored 204 goals. Salah has scored 131. Harry Kane has 45 assists. Salah has 54. Pana, Salah's stats really and truly not that bad, no?
And that me tell you.
I mean, Salah's stats compared to the game that he's played has been good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but and then adding to that, you're adding the fact that just like Harry Kane, Salah has won multiple golden boots. You check. Because remember, there was even one season where I think there was a season where he, Mane, and Aubameyang tied, and there was a season where he and Harry Kane were tied, right? So that will show you he competes with the same Harry Kane. So added to that now, okay, Salah has a very good record in terms of overall goals and assists in the Premier League based on games played, right? And then added to that, he has silverware for sure for him. Harry Kane had nothing for sure for it, nothing.
But Sha, you see, that's where my
mind comes in. You see the silverware talk every season that Salah has been in the Premier League with Liverpool. His team has been better than Tottenham. So the silverware talk, I think it's much easier for us to lean to the side of Liverpool winning than Tottenham. I think if you put Harry Kane in that Liverpool team, he probably has a silverware. And if you put Salah in that Tottenham team, Salah doesn't have silverware.
But would that be all of that is subjective, and then not just that.
I mean, right? I don't know anything.
Take into consideration when you see that Salah's team has consistently been better throughout the years, but at the same time too, consistently as well, Salah has been the best player on the team.
Arguably.
Yeah, the closest thing to Salah does be Mane. Sometimes I think Mane does get overshadowed.
Yes. We got a couple here. Lord Boss, y'all think Gerard don't want a prem? Harry Kane is a waste man. Harry Kane is one of the best striker I have ever seen in the world. It says, I remember having the most goals in the Prem season. So Salah legacy bigger. Skill name all the best strikers you ever see that haven't led their team to a Prem title. Do that for me. Harry Kane in this league longer than Salah. Okay, Salah, hold on. Pop out because of that British passport. He no better than Rooney. Me get check your numbers, hold on day. So you guys is trying to tell me if Harry Kane shoots 600 goals and Salah shoot 100. So you're telling me that Salah has a better legacy? That's crazy, fam. check your
No, but
phone, Joe.
he is saying,
Okay, and that's
this,
that's,
but
that's what
he
Joe
what
is
he is
reading.
Let
say,
me jump.
what he
Let
is
me
say,
But
jump
send
in
you
here.
stubborn.
he is say if.
Because I think this hurricane stuff,
I mean,
especially
but
in the Premier League,
if we have to say,
it's totally ridiculous. And I think they still strain because Salah has numerous amount of titles, as I saw. Remember UCL, we're not counting those, and
yeah,
not because
that's how it is. Yeah.
he doesn't have a title, mean he's a waste man. Because just straight up basketball analysis, Damian Lillard, he doesn't have a title. He's not a waste man, as per se. Yes, he would be good if he won a title. So does Kane. But you cannot tell me City and tell me one of the best strikers in the Premier League is a waste man. It's crazy to be scoring goals week in and week out.
Yo, so
Year in
wait,
and year out.
Salah, hold on there. Because I think even more so no, the stats that I'm showing might be, remember Salah was in the Premier League before, right? So them stats they go as far back as when
Yeah,
Salah
but
was in the
remember,
Premier
I
League.
think it balances out, Joe, because I mean, when he mean out, Hurricane mean just they coming too. So I think maybe before
But
Hurricane
then
will be a big
okay,
player.
so watch this. What O'Neal sent to me, right, is from the 2017-18 season to the
Yeah,
2022-2023 season for both players, right?
yeah.
Salah has played 206 games. Harry Kane has played 194. Salah has scored 129 goals. Harry Kane has scored 126. Salah has assisted 53 goals. Harry Kane has assisted 33. So, from if we go from based on what O'Neal said, from
From 2017 to
2017-18
now.
season to present, Salah has outperformed Kane. He scored 3 more goals and he have 20 more assists. And he's only played 8 more games.
Or 8 more games.
And this is where I bring back in the same point again, saying that I think it's similar to like, when I make the fact of Ballon d'Or that, lesser opponents wouldn't get much love about it
Mhm.
rather than these top players because as I told them earlier on the show, like Liverpool for the last 5 years, we can say have been the top two favorites to win something. So, they should be on on the forefront, winning, right? I don't like that now. They haven't been in the top four to win, top four favorites to win on probably maybe one or two times. So I
Mm.
think it should be incredible and Salah must have the edge there, to try and get goals because they're the more on the front foot, the bigger team. That's what I say it's thing from. But I mean two of them is great. Two of them is very good players, but I just have to give Harry Kane the edge for
Let's
the amount of goals.
let's switch it up. Let's switch it up and let's continue on legacy. Let's continue on legacy. Here's another one. If Arsenal wins the Premier League this season, Odegaard will have a better legacy at Arsenal than Cesc Fabregas.
As crazy as it sounds, yeah. Fabregas never win nothing with Darwin. As insane as it sounds.
May go with Joe too. Because me they say the same thing too. The same thing just like a Van Persie. Then he score how much he goal, he never win nothing about an FA Cup.
You check. And bear in mind now, you look when it this way, Fabregas are one of the baddest thing ever passed through Arsenal that you can say in a sense we underused. Right? And ultimately, cool, we will all remember how spectacular of a player Fabregas was because one of my favorite midfielders I'm ever see play for Arsenal, but at the same time too, when you really check it, yeah, not just that, you can't, the fact that Odegaard is playing such a big part in what we've been doing this season. Find out Odegaard make the team tick. Plus, he increased the output overall in terms of goal and assists in comparison to last year, right? So, and not just that, as the team captain at his current age, boss,
I
it's
was
he's
just about
techie.
to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, like O'Neal say, he real techie, but yeah, to be honest, yeah, Odegaard legacy surpassing like here and then.
Only things falls. I mean, I guess in keeping with what you guys have been saying, that silverware means something. If that is truly the case, then it has to be true, ain't it?
Yo, Salah
But the
Kane.
thing is, like,
You can remember the fact that you can remember what you can remember 10 years from now when you tell your grandchild a story. You can say, boy, you see Harry Kane one time, no. Harry Kane scored crazy goal in our North London derby against Arsenal. You can more remember, boy, 10 years ago, no. 20 years ago, no. See this old man, yeah? They don't know about them boy, the bad man like a Salah. One time he scored crazy Champions League winning goal. We're more likely to remember.
Right. But remember the question was we wasn't talking about CL.
No, but me just use the even he scored 33 or 35 goal in one Premier League season. Have everybody from skates win the Premier League. We remember more the fact that Kane scored 29 goals the same season. I come fourth. Somebody business about fourth place.
You have a point. You have a point. Only the saying. Let me tell you why I say false. Competition back then was way tougher than what it is now. Chelsea United were incredible during Cess era. United won 3 titles on the bounce. No team has done that yet. All right.
I feel fine now.
Okay, no.
But still, me still go over there.
What you say, Moy?
Listen, Moy.
That's why I say with that comment, the comparison to Harry Kane is totally unfair. Just like how City and Liverpool would be dominating, it's just like what he said in the comments. Those teams are dominating. It was harder.
Let's go back here.
Them man choke the league. Them man choke the league this season with Leicester. Yo, I'm gonna tell the party why I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell the party why we choke elite, but I'm gonna tell the party why I'm gonna say Salah legacy bigger Moy. The other day, right? Jalil, I show some stats, right? And as good as Kane be, in almost every crucial and vital game for win something, Kane either miss one penalty, miss one easy goal, or just don't show up at all.
Arna pass the ball to Sterling.
Yeah. Salah better board.
Every game, boss. Every game. Every crucial moment where Harry Kane has the opportunity to win something, he choke.
This is what. Look at what.
Prime Chef is better. No, I was just saying, and there's evidence to back it, to support what I'm saying about Harry Kane.
This is what O'Neal is saying. Prime says it's better than Prime Odegaard.
Yo, me agree now, 110% no. By the end of the day, as Prime as you be, where win for me? Where you complain? Do nothing.
Maybe it's recency bias, but I tell you, boy, Odegaard nice, bro.
Yes, let's say Odegaard might win the Premier League this season. And he's probably one of the top players when you think. That's why I said with Salah, the Premier League title that he won. When you look at it, you're looking at who's the first 2 names coming out when you think about it at least. If we're going to talk the silverware, and the same could be said. Arsenal, let's say Arsenal wins. You think about Salah and Odegaard.
You win. Here, may I reverse a little because let me tell you why. As it stands, if we win the Premier League, we'll go back and say pause because more just open our perspective just now, right? As it stands, right? Even if we win the Premier League, Odegaard would have played a big part and so on and whatnot. But I think even still at that point, he would not be able to. We would not be able to say that his legacy surpasses Cesc Fabregas from the perspective that. Yes, Odegaard is playing well, but also Odegaard is in a team where the entire team is playing well. Look at this season alone, for example. Every player in our starting 11 has scored. Ben White chose the most crucial game to score his first Premier League goal ever. Zinchenko do the same thing. Like the entire team of fire, right? I cannot say that he had that when he was playing for Arsenal. But let me tell you why no. Hold on. What do you mean?
No, Stella, what you saying there? Joe is right.
Stella, you're a madman. Anyways, moving right. Your customer.
Because Joe, let me just solidify your point there. Remember last week Monday we were talking. We asked the question: how much Arsenal players would get in the team of the season? And maybe always I can call up to 5, maybe even 6 names that can get in the team of the season. Joe is right. Who else could have called in the Arsenal team the incest prime that can get in the team of the season for any season?
And that's why I made my point. I think Joe was going to that. Why I
Yeah.
wouldn't say Odegaard is yet is because with this season, yes, he might be. Yes, he's the captain of Arsenal. Gave you all the title for the first time in a long time. Credit to him for that. It's a huge achievement, captaining the team to that. But then the thing is, you have other players in your team that has performed exceptional. You know, so that's
it's
why
not just
that
it's by committee.
Yeah, Fox.
Go ahead,
No, me
Selo.
want to hear for you, Pint Selo, because me just know you can chat some rubbish.
What you're trying to say? So, Cess never had quality team. Anytime.
Not
That's
as
what you're trying to say?
not as what we have now.
What the team that
Prime
played
set
before Cess
Prime set Fabregas. Prime set
quality team.
Says Fabregas they play in the midfield with Diniz and Flamini.
Listen, before Cess Fabregas left Arsenal and go Barcelona, Cess they have a quality team too. They have a quality team too.
So give me the name, call name.
Let me just pull back up the team. Pull up the team, see.
Call name.
Says our captain. Says disrespect are we, and then left our team and go Barcelona next season.
Understand the hurt.
We talk
And
about
they are a quality team too.
Prime Cesc Fabregas at the time at Arsenal did not have a team that was firing on all cylinders as Martin Odegaard has right now.
And you know as an Arsenal.
The reason why I'm kind of backtrack and agree with Moy, because even if Odegaard win the Premier League, if Arsenal win the Premier League, let's say Odegaard score 5 more goals. Let's say maybe Odegaard even score the goal that win the Premier League for Awe or something, right? Remember, he fast forward, he continue upon the current trajectory. He eventually surpass Cesc Fabregas in terms of legacy and so on. But if I will be honest now, if you go to any Arsenal fan that to watch Arsenal for a while consistently and tell them, boy, give me the 3 best midfielders you ever see play for Arsenal. Let's say over the last decade. Nobody you call Odegaard.
We can talk now.
So when I really think about it from that perspective, that is why I'm gonna say, boy, maybe not yet.
Listen to me.
Even if you win the Premier League, if next season he can maintain this consistency, you can say, yeah, by then he would have probably surpassed Cesc. But if you go to anybody and say, boy, one of the baddest midfielder you ever see play for Arsenal, 7 out of 10 people can tell you Cesc Fabregas. Without a doubt.
We can talk now.
Right, man.
Me not taking away from Fabregas. Yeah. Fabregas had Thierry Henry, Robin Van Persie.
Stop it, Stella. You gotta know that wasn't prime. That wasn't prime sets. That wasn't prime sets Fabregas though.
Okay, when you call prime sets, what you talk about?
When the man captain our team.
2008.
You're down back when the man just blocking the team there with Vieira and so.
Blocking the team until they get to know himself.
2008, 2009, 2010 and so.
But I don't remember the year. I'm not trying to remember when you be our captain.
Me tell the Arsenal team 2008, yeah.
The team with Vieira, that team with Henry, he not be the leader. But want the team when he be the leader.
Listen, when Fabregas left on the 2010,
get the team for me.
Get
the team for me. Well, I remember when he left.
2010, I'm gonna pull up.
I remember when he left.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up 2019.
Get me the team when he was the captain. They get me the team when he played with Henry.
Arshavin was playing with Fabregas. That Arshavin played with Fabregas? No?
Fabregas became the Arsenal captain in 2008.
Okay, and the team, I'm just call the team because Henry saw they play. Henry, Van Persie, Ibui, Gallas, Torre, Clichy. They want to call the name on them.
But you don't call no name.
So hold on it. And you try to tell me that team that you call out like a while.
Prime Gallas. and Prime Calatori and a quality man there.
Gallas?
William Gallas.
Gaza cry for now, you feel like I'm baby.
My Lord and
Shaq,
Savior
Pana.
Jesus.
You can respect them man there.
Listen what me tell you say Fabregas never had quality team, like what all the God I know.
He didn't. He didn't. And you talk about Army. This is when Army came back on loan.
Thierry Henry, Nazwi, Riziski, all them man, they're the quality man. I'm crazy man, you be man shot.
They had flashes.
They are Buckley Sanga, Clichy, all them man in the team.
They had flashes.
Yo, here. The 2008 Arsenal team was Theo Walcott, Sheikh Fabregas, Robin Van Persie, Emmanuel Adebayor, Kolo Toure, Aaron Ramsey, Almunia, Clichy, Wilshere, Gibbs, Song, Sangya, Gallas, Fabianski, Nasri, Silva, Hoyt, Vela, Manon, Arshavin, Silvestri, Lemon, and Danny Welbeck.
No, that's the
And if you 2008.
Danny Welbeck played for Arsenal 2008. And a crazy man,
Yeah,
you
man.
be man.
No,
hold on.
The wrong team you had, man.
Yeah, wrong. So I forgot to go on.
But
No,
still,
but
still,
go on to the next. He go next squad just now.
Just call the team give you. Diaby, Femini, Eduardo, Thierry Henry, Nazwi, Risiski, Dinelson, Wilshere, Kevin Gibbs, Gilbert Silva, Lucas Fabianski, Justin Hoyt, Aaron Ramsey, Alexander Sang, Buckley Sanga, William Gallas, Almunia, Nicholas Bentner, Guy Clichy, Calatori, Emmanuel Adebayor, Robin Van Persie.
You call all them quote unquote big names that you call the cello. Me personally think that's when the man towards the end of the Arsenal career.
Not just that, right, Shaq? Not just that. He talked about one Jack Wilshere that couldn't stay fit. I may have disciplinary problems. He talked about one Robin Van Persie that 9 out of 10 times he injured. Where the fuck about all and somebody?
Good.
You talk about one Sammy and Nasri that they may fully broke into the team yet. And then after he broke into the team, left and go Manchester City. Talk about Bakary Sagna that go Manchester City the following season.
So you're trying to tell me this current Arsenal team have more quality than the Arsenal team that we just got?
Name the quality. Having watched the team, listen to me. If you ask me the question, I'm answering the question. Name the quality. And as a man that you watch Arsenal since back then, you cannot tell me that Arsenal team back then, watching they play anything better than this Arsenal team that you play right now. Because I'm gonna tell you one of the most popular thing. This Arsenal team is most popular for lose game from winning position. Tell you.
Listen. Let me say this to you. Okay, see that team I'm just call. Yeah. How much man in this current Arsenal team would have played that Arsenal team that I'm call? All. Well, Shaka, you'll be biased there.
Okay, watch. What position did that Arsenal team finish in? 2000, whatever y'all saying. What position did Arsenal finish that season?
From Army go Barcelona. Coming
in the top 4.
I think they come about the 4th Arsenal come that season.
It's probably 4th because we just finished 4th on a regular.
I think Man, you win the cup. Man, you win the cup.
From Army go Barcelona. That was it. Need qualify Army. Army was no more some.
Win the cup. Go semi-final of the Champions League, quarter-final of the League Cup, and come 4th in the Premier League. Me ask you again. And I'll be biased. If the Arsenal team that I call, how much of the current Arsenal man would in that team?
You said the centre back pairing was Gallas and Polo.
That team that you Gilly go wrong. Because if I were to talk about the 2008 squad, how unwin they?
That's what me want to know. That's the Champions League.
Barcelona, no.
That's what me want. That's what me say now. I don't want. That's what me just say.
That's why they wrong no. Because I think
from Army go Barcelona. That was it.
2007 because then time they mean a second farm. And remember that's when them had the whole drama where he said
We lost
and
the
we said
CL
that the
final in
reason,
06.
yeah, and we said the reason why he left was because of the fact there was, remember at that time Arsenal apparently were going through this thing where it seems like, remember I think that's when who Real Madrid or PSG may come in for Arsene Wenger. And then I may know if he may stay at Arsenal or if he may left. And then Henry left. And we left because and later on and because remember later on and we end up coming out and saying that the reason he left was because of the how he may unsure about whether Arsene Wenger was going to stay at the or not. So he left because he was there because of Arsene Wenger. That make he left and go Barca. So now me think about him. There is no way you can call 08 squad and tell me Thierry Henry. That ain't possible.
Me just so glad somebody.
Google will fail you. Google will fail you over the dog.
Which season you are talking? Basically 07, 08, 08 or 08, 09. 07, 08.
It's 08, 09. Sell out talking.
Okay, we will
Because
talk
Henry
07.
left Arsenal after the 06, 07 season.
Yeah. After the
Yeah,
thing, after we lost in the CL.
The
even
CL. Correct.
07, 08, no Henry is even here though.
Facts.
The best
Crazy Marcelo.
the best striker on Arsenal was Robin Van Persie. I think this is a young Theo Walcott.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see here Nicholas Bentner wasn't the name. We just know that
But-
he's a meme.
Rashami Allen.
Yeah.
The
But let
new
me say
auxiliary
something to you now,
striker for
Sha.
Antigua and
But you
Barbuda.
listen to me now, Sha.
Big up yourself.
Even if what me say, Sha. The two
Guys,
of them in
Daniel.
two good team. Oh, the guy in a good team. Fabregas they in a good team too.
No, Odegaard in a better team.
Facts.
Odegaard
Father,
in a
when
better
last you
team.
see
No, but
Shalom, the last
Joe,
time this
let me just say,
Arsenal team you gel so well in the invincible season.
Joe, all them years this, since 06, every Arsenal family they cry out. Oh, we keep missing pieces. We never have a whole
We never
team.
had a full
So, you
team.
know what,
When
I
I
try
have
to
good
make that
defense,
point there. I try to
when I have
compare
good
that
defense,
team there
and
with
good
this team.
midfield. Wait,
No,
when I
me
have
not
good
try
defense and a
compare
good
no team,
midfield,
me no team.
we
I'm
miss a
just say,
striker.
I'm just say, listen what me say. Me not compare no team, me no team. I'm just say, both of them, we in a quality squad. So they make it seem like,
I mean,
Fabregas
okay,
in a
fellow,
quality squad.
there was quality in the team. But if you were picking one of those two teams right now, which one would you pick?
If I'm pick one
Yo,
team back then to know,
If you're picking the
show
08 team that you called and this team right now, which one would you prefer?
everybody would pick
Sure.
the current team.
Shop,
Anyway,
come
we
and show you.
perform.
Come and show you how I saw them make custom. Come and show you how I saw them make custom to nothing, right? The team. Hear me say no. We talk about Shep Fabregas, right? Come and just match up the whole argument. Defense. Gallas, Vermaelen, Clichy, and Sagna. Right? That is the back line. Who will goalkeeper be? Almunia. That they done one case done make it by yourself. That they done gonna go city. All right, fast forward. I have Song in the midfield. Song may be a solid player. Shout out my boy, Song. Yeah, check. Then
okay, wait,
go forward. Oh, no. I don't want to hear you. Let me finish my fight. I don't want to hear you. Let me finish my fight. Go forward, right? You have Danielson, right? All right.
Mediocre.
Hear me say Danielson. You check. That man the average. Respectfully. You check. That man the average. Now go forward now. Here the three behind the striker. Arshavin, Shets Fabregas, and Nasri. Bearing in mind at that point, Nasri was just breaking on the scene. The Nasri that left us to go to Manchester City, he didn't catch the farm there yet. Nasri didn't just discover himself. That's a one, right? Arshavin at that point don't start to lose his legs little. He didn't gone yet, but he was not prime Arshavin, right? But we had prime Shets Fabregas. But hold on. Guess who the striker be?
Nicholas.
Lord Bettner. And you can tell me about quality team.
Good, listen to me.
Joke.
I make it seem like all the years they coming up. Fabregas not playing no quality team. Fabregas playing a quality team, but top do go on so.
Alright. Okay, Selo, we gonna agree to disagree with that one because you're going like bulletproof.
Okay,
You're going like bulletproof brain tonight.
So may ask you this. From 2007 to 2000 when Sebi left, in a playing no quality team.
There was always bits of quality in and around him. That's what we're saying. But no, I know we feel like we have a holistic team.
Precisely. For years, no solo. When Arsenal sort out their backline, I lose our best midfielder. When I sort out our midfield, I lose our best striker. Right? When I get a striker, I lose one best defender. And that has been the cycle. That has been the cycle for years. And then when I sort out everything else, I get a sugary goalkeeper.
Yes. So, but the thing is like,
and then when I have better players, I get a manager that want to play our CDM at number 10.
At number 10. It's a Terrera up there going crazy in Atlanta Derby.
If you got a prime song and party, who will you choose? With a prime song and party?
Party? You're disrespectful for asking the question, D.
So you say you choose party over prime Alexander song?
Yes.
Dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, no shot.
That didn't even draw that in a hard for me.
No, hold on. For me,
when the
two of them fully, no, me when say disrespect, dog, partner. Alex Song, one healthy Alex Song pan he day was very underrated, dog. But me still think party edgy. But me when I say he edgy to the point which part he disrespectful. Song me solid, dog.
Shaq disrespect the man go on.
Song me solid.
Song on 7 out of 10. Party give me 8.5 and up out of 10.
Stop the noise now. I need to hear from the big striker down there now.
Yo, but not just that, no solo. Song me also reliable. How often Song was injured?
Song me injured a lot.
Song, but listen, but
later on, Song me injured a lot.
Song, then time like Song just like a party in our team now. If Song injured, I don't know. Ask the midfield clash.
Okay, we gonna move on. But here, Messi, if I've never seen a party, I would be happy with that song. But since I've seen the light, I can't look back, bro. I can't look back. Bashami Allen down there. Good night. Welcome to the show. What happened yesterday, man? Skill 7 fire the coach.
Child, can't fire the coach. Poor. You win some, you lose some.
Okay, I hear a lot of people saying the coach he not involved enough into what's going on here locally. It's kind of unfair for him to come and pick a team.
No, but I mean, say, to be honest, the coach just, I am to everybody. I'm not the first time a coach. I'm not the first time coach and lose and get like that. Yeah, I'm to everybody. Right. Me didn't see the coach, it may be you see get few tactical things wrong, two couple subs wrong and whatnot, and way. But people make mistakes. You just can't sound vital point, is it?
I still say if you not fire the coach, then fire Shami then.
Yeah, right. Fire me. But no mean to the coach, wrong.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't go and make it to keep your spot, see?
Watching the game yesterday, Shami, I felt like there was a disconnect between the midfield and the front line. I mean, I feel like enough ball when they connect between the midfield men going forward. It just looked disjointed.
The coach, the second goal score, the coach trying tactics because in training, it may be something similar. Try to flick the ball for determine on my point. See, that never work out. Is it? But I mean, see, you happen football, you just come again.
You win some, you lose some. You're right.
You're all praising the coach then. You can't know by yourself. You're back for the coach.
All right. Question. What was the mood like after the game?
I'm very disappointed, but They don't know he go. They have a couple disagreements on how people think he should go on way. But everybody
True.
me be disappointed. But I hold ourselves together until losers one, winners one, draws one. Until come
You
out.
know,
Fair point.
you
Sound good.
know.
Well, you never know
Um,
how the really thing go to hear from the inside source now. So
personally, Shami, I thought that the 3 o'clock sun didn't help. What
No,
y'all think about that?
it never helped.
Yeah, yo, me understand and me hot.
So
Shop.
imagine
Let me
them
say
man out
something
there.
like Shop. You know, it's hard when you train the night and have a play sun game.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's what we say.
Remember, Empire
Locally, we
can't
have
pack them like
the
that.
earliest hour we play at 4 o'clock. The first game would be at 4 o'clock on a Saturday.
And me remember when Empire go premier come third and the season. Yeah. When the sun game, you run for Empire. Just make that Sunday good. Empire click in the next game.
But the
You
game was
understand?
4 o'clock. No. It wasn't 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock game we made.
Yeah, the game was 4. Right, the game was 4. But yeah, but the sun was still pacing for me though.
Yeah.
If I'm being
But
honest.
remember now, Shami, I train the night.
Yeah. A bad day in the office no. I just that no. I just a bad day in the office that day. You check.
So you go, man, boys. You just regroup and come again, boys.
I mean,
The
tell a
game
young
you
squad
come.
no at the back. A young Antiguan squad no.
The thing is,
And
like,
plenty more they go for the fellas and then me tell her plenty more they for go for the whole
Partner,
team.
even the first game, right? Them man scored the 1 goal and hold out. Them man show good resilience in terms of the way them man organize and hold out for the game, hold out the rest of the game. That's right.
I'm brilliant squad no. I'm brilliant squad in the boss.
listen,
I'm
man.
brilliant group of Antiguan players. Me
Joe,
tell
me
her
watching
about.
some. Me watching some and the assistant coach talk, yeah.
Mm.
And the man them try drill and playing style in the players and them. But you remember some of the man them are them first time. So you can take
Yeah,
time.
yeah. You take
You
time.
take
I'm
Yeah,
time.
telling you.
You can't just start training some man 2 weeks, 1 game in the next 2 weeks and believe, okay, everything that you can teach and go just come together. You take time.
I remember had the experience of Q no. I
Yeah,
remember
so
Q in the middle, Q the anchor no. You see it? You
true.
check Q the man that dictate the play. Until that Duke to come up on the E. You check? I'm tell you that nice said the players the boss. I just get wrong the last night. We go up and come again. Same
And
young
come
man and
again.
them with a couple new additions. You know what I mean? See? Yeah.
yeah, I think that's why we probably feel it more because I think going into the Barbados game, as we said earlier on the show, that we thought it was a game that Antigua should have won going into it, seeming that Barbados had no points, and we were basically the favorites to go in that game, and then it just slipped out that.
Fuck.
I think that's how it's so reactionary to it also.
Man. But
Yo,
question,
not even that, right?
question, Sam.
Watching Barbados
I tell
first
you
game,
that
I watch
look up
Barbados
for this
first game.
anti league team, right? You have look up for
Mm.
their youth, boss. They tell her that yo, I want boss with that
Me
coach
just
there,
want to
and then
to
youth
get the
say,
ball, man.
Yeah,
anti team
dog,
will be different team now.
I watch Peter Barbados first game on the stream on Twitter, right? When they watch the game. And when me don't watch Antigua first game, and I lie, me expect them to lash them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After watching Antigua, so that's why my boy say a bad day in the office when they really think about it. Because after watching Barbados, the little piece watching their first game, and I'm gonna watch how we play. Me expect I have to run over them, to be honest. You check, but as my boy say, happen bad day in the office. You check, you move.
Yeah, I mean, I always see our team. I see our team take blow all the time, innit? From
Yeah,
teams that we think that we should lose to.
yeah,
So
facts.
it happened. I must say though, whether they win or not, the next time you don't know me, can't say like some other people. You don't be ready for go watch them again. It
Yeah,
was
man.
a sense of pride, hearing the national anthem, standing up for the national anthem. I know he's seeing the ball kick off. I just wanted them to do well, and still
Yo,
want them to do well.
not even that shot. For the first in a long time, the team look balanced. For the first in a while, when I say balance in terms of like, okay, maybe balancing not necessary, but it good to see that more young youths I get the opportunity. Because teams
I would,
in the past, you would have had a lot of young youths, younger players that never they get the look in. And a lot of them end up and drift away from the team.
fair enough. Fair enough. The only thing I would say, I still think we need a ball carrier in the midfield.
In the
I'm gonna see
midfield.
nobody
Yeah.
take up the ball and carry the ball to with the Bozo. You know, Bozo had a lot of work to do up there on his own. Another thing I would say, some of them man we bring from overseas, then the need for come there. Man, I
So
put
on the
Shami on the
table,
spot.
at the Martin and so Shami.
Man, I
Yeah,
put Shami on the spot because I know he still play for the team. But some of them man no better than our local man. So them they can tap with them. Come you watch a man play yesterday and he can't when he run up the field he can't run back.
That's it. Fat
No.
man like him
Messi.
can
The
run more than him.
Englishman bring experience to that, to the youth in there. Remember, we never play professional. So the man bring the little zest to you see, which we can help them too. It just so does help for help. If good if you play with a man that play with Cardiff, good if you that. So you build for your momentum, no say about you play it on professional, So that they build for your confidence too.
You build up your game, right?
You watch all that, you're not just mental.
But them professionals need for the show a bit more for me on the pitch.
Yeah.
Shami, me not live with tell you about now because they're on the show. But up in the stands yesterday, may say, yo, that man doesn't play right back. He no better than you. Me not lie. And not because they're on the show. They tell that man so yesterday. And a real Shami, can't you make that right back spot? Skill is asking if you can't make that right back spot. TJ Bramble look very good. He should dribble. He doesn't do it though. He should dribble more. He's saying, yeah. That guy
Probably
look like he does number 10 guy. He was number 10.
Yeah, he probably just need a little more confidence, man, over time,
Nothing still. I cry then though. I look for bigger and better things whenever he come on again.
I experienced a true final drama like how I watched in the Premier League because I was watching anti game while keeping tabs on Cuba and Guadeloupe to see how things were going.
All right, fellas, the last thing we're going to do because we're already over time. The last thing we're going to do is the top 5 players for you in the Premier League this season.
Yeah. Yo, but hold on there. See the slap in the Mexico Jamaica game.
The slap?
Yeah, the goal.
Oh, the goal. Yeah. We're
talking
talking
about
it.
Talk about it already. Yo, that will be a beauty. My boy catch that is. My boy catch that is sweet, no.
Yo, where's the top 5
Jalil. Yeah, Jalil sent him his since before the show started. When I log on, I saw the comments was there. He was saying Haaland 1, Odegaard in second spot, Saka, Rashford, and Trippier. That's his top 5.
See.
What the question?
Top 5 players in the Premier League this season.
Okay. Let's go, Cello. Yeah, where's the chat choppiness? Make chat some sense now. You go ahead.
Man.
Chat man.
All right, I'll go.
Haaland.
Okay, go ahead, Moy.
Haaland. Saka. De Bruyne is still up there for me, not because he has been performing still. De Bruyne is there. But it's kind of my face for. Okay, go ahead.
No, for you 5. Give 5. Go ahead.
De Bruyne. I have to put Odegaard in there because he has been balling this season. And who there, boy? Come back to me, I'm a 5 boy. I'm a 5 boy.
All right, before somebody else go, O'Neill says Haaland, Saka, Odegaard, Rashford, and Trippier. I would go Haaland, Saka, Rashford, Odegaard, and Gabriel.
Oh, different Magales.
Yeah, Gabriel Magal.
Yeah. Gabriel in the top form for real, to be honest.
Party have a show now, but I think that man play more game than he. That's why I would give them the edge. But Party has just been influential. If you ever want an influential player, that's Party there. But yeah, that's my 5.
Okay.
You ready now, Tello?
Haaland, Saka, Odegaard, Rashi. I'm going to go with that little Chinese youth there from Southampton. Very impressive first
Oh,
season.
Mitoma.
Mitoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Real. General, are you there? General, are you there?
So, we're going for Sham over there, boy. Hey, Sham me the dog before them start
Yeah.
lick some funny language.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe. Where is he?
Yo, so Alan, Saka,
Man, what? Lock up the porky. Open up the porky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, I really do that. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I fixed it. I fixed it.
hope man just tell her that what happened. In a safe road, I think and people in
The man unmute the mic. No, that's what he did.
Oh,
Go
yo,
ahead,
so
Joe.
Haaland, Saka, and number 2 for me. Malika stuck between number 3 for Rashford and Odegaard because I believe like Rashford in insane form, yes. But at the same time, too, as good as Arsenal be, I think if you take Odegaard out of it, a lot of things fall apart because he just make everything tick. So, but I'm gonna give Rashford. So, I give Rashford
I mean,
number
in
3.
no particular order. Fine.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. If it's just no particular order,
Yeah.
Saka, Haaland, Saka, Rashford, Odegaard, and my very tone for number 5 because I agree to an extent with Trippier. Trippier has been one of my favorite players to watch this season, but the Arsenal bias enemy kind of also want for throw in Ramsdale
Oh, that's not a
because
bad show.
I feel like in every game that not even just the games in there where we were expected to lose our backs against the wall. Partner, in pretty much every game this season, Ramsdale has made some sort of crazy save. Some save that just changed something in some way, shape, or form. You check? So I kind of want to put Ramsdale there, but go and especially as well to goalkeepers and get no love. You check? So like people like here Nick Pope, they're man in a top form all season. You check? But me push them man out for honorable mention. And for 5th, boy. For 5th, maybe go with Trippier. Come, not lie. Trippier a ball. Maybe go with Trippier.
Trippier,
Yeah, maybe go with
I've
Trippier.
watched a couple of Newcastle games, and his quality on the ball, whether it's dead ball or just in open play when he has to
In
cross the
open
ball,
play. Partner, the man
he's
is
been
so
superb.
vital.
But Joe,
Trippier as a right back, as crazy as it sounds, is very similar to what Odegaard is for Arsenal. Like he makes so much tick. And bearing in mind that he had a right back. That's crazy.
but the thing is, like, you know, Chippy and little man, so.
Yes, dog.
Me tall and
Yo,
Chippy
I'm gonna tell you how when we realize how short Trippier be. One game for England when he turned up next to Maguire, and the other day when he turned up next to Isak.
But me tall and Chippy on the boat. Chippy and little man in the shop.
Yes, dog. Trippier looking over. What did you?
And I guess too.
Too much I be more about 5'6", 5'7".
No one expected his impact at Newcastle to be this big. We just thought, he coming as a safe sign in.
Remember when he came in,
it's been
everybody
better
was
than
saying that Trippier collect he last big check and he moved for the money and yada yada yada. But me tell you,
Yeah,
crazy.
see the man say Trippier fight like 5'7".
Yeah, like 5'7", yeah,
short
facts.
man but me tall and Trippier but.
No, they're facts.
All right, so guys, the Premier League is back this weekend. On Thursday, remember we gotta get our predictions for Thursday.
The reason why we go for that little Chinese youth there, right? From time the man, from this time the season start, the man a ball, but the man scored some crazy goal for Brighton, some vital goal for Brighton too, and some classic goal for Brighton. But now take nothing away from Trippier and all of them man perform. But
of course not. I mean,
Yo, honorable mention, no. Honorable mention as well, no. Ivan Tony, no. Ivan
honorable
Tony's
mention
having a
has to be
very
Harry
good
Kane.
season,
Harry
no.
Kane is second entered in the goal scoring chart.
In the goal scoring charts. Yeah, that too, as well, as well.
But see, nobody can
Correct.
Harry Kane, can what?
Yeah, see,
No
you see,
Harry
what's
Kane to
it?
score
What's
goal.
it? Move us
No,
with the argument again.
Harry Kane
Nobody
to
even
score
think
goal.
for Harry Kane to go out.
Nobody even have
No,
to wonder.
no, I mean nobody think about Harry Kane. But then when we look at yes, but faster that I get you know what it is for me with Harry Kane. It's because I know he can. I feel like that's the problem with me. I
Shock
feel like I
bias.
know
Yeah,
he can.
Harry Kane in second for goal, but for stop, but me call the boy and the man first in assist and you skin up your face.
Right, because again, I'm saying I know these players can. And
yeah.
and if we're being honest, De Bruyne has been underwhelming this season.
We
You would even say that.
no,
He hasn't?
no. Y'all just
Okay,
hold him
all right.
to very high peak. So that's why y'all think
But
that
that's
he
what I'm
will get
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Stop being biased. By De Bruyne's standards, he's been underwhelming this season.
12 assists is pretty good to me.
No, agreed.
But
Agreed, yes.
Joe,
But
if
by
me
the
go to school, I'm
KDB
accustomed for
standard,
average
the KDB
96.
that are we know.
Joe, if me go to school, I'm accustomed for average 96 for my test and them. I'm gonna start average 90.
You're
And big
underwhelming.
drop off that.
Underwhelming.
And
Correct.
drop
You drop
off.
off. Yeah, facts. That is
Man,
facts.
double digits leading.
I mean, 90 for some people now are still good. Plenty
Yeah.
people are happy with a 90. But that's when you're accustomed for the 96. You
Yeah,
probably
check.
you probably start do the thing. That's why you work drop off.
Yeah.
All right,
Yo, one
fellas,
day,
I was
right?
saying
One day you know the shock. One day them want to do an Odegaard KDB comparison, right? And I told them midfielders. And them man so biased, right? Them man do them and all them man do compare assists for the season. I'm like, dog, they're so biased because when you add Odegaard's goals and assists and KDB's goals and assists, the two of them have the same amount of goal contributions for the season in the Premier League. But when McKay must only do assists because he benefit their KDB argument.
Because they
some people
midfield.
use stats for proof them point. And not for really formulate an opinion.
Yeah, facts.
But that's it, guys. It's been a good show. I had a couple other true and false. I'll throw them in on Thursday. You say some of them, Moy?
No, I want y'all to finish the show
Okay.
because y'all are punchy haters. No, differently, right? I don't know if I'll get to join in the show on Thursday, but City is going to knock Liverpool 3-1 dog.
3-1. You're gonna beat them heavily.
Yo, we gonna knock them 3-1 dog.
You're gonna come in like this was the other day I was watching over that video. You're gonna come in like a house on fire. You're gonna beat them heavily.
So funny.
Yo,
we'll see.
you said in the group today with Mike, man.
Whoa.
Yo.
Whoa.
And the game before that, he made our 90th minute penalty save.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what was trending on Twitter today? If Magnan was in the World Cup. But I want to joke. They might say Magnan in the World Cup, fans in the World Cup.
But hey, Joe, I'm not entertaining that kind of talk because you see Memphis pop in the comments.
Joe, if no count, no. If.
Facts.
That word if no count.
Facts, if no count that. Yo, man,
You done God. You done God. You know what I mean?
Goalkeeping, you know. Not only his solid goalkeeping in terms of shot stopping, his ability with his foot. He very good with his feet.
AC Milan.
AC Milan.
Yeah. But that save is something special.
Yo, Magnan, I like one modern day David De Gea in terms of the fact that he makes.
You might talk about David De Gea as if he retired.
No, in terms of the fact that David De Gea one weakness and his ability to play with the ball at his feet. Yeah, check. That he one
But
weakness.
Spence,
Magnan, our insane, Magnan, a crazy shot stopper, like a David De Gea in terms of reflexes, but he also real good with his feet. I like you put Onana and I like you put Onana and David De Gea in a one and merge the two of them. Because Onana real good with his foot too.
Listen,
Yeah,
but
check.
Joe, you know, fans always have some good keeper. Fans
Yeah,
always have some
facts.
good keeper, you know.
Facts. Yo, but don't get me wrong, no. As much as I rate Loris, no. Loris has always been good for France for the most part, no.
Yeah.
I just Tottenham them boy no good for no.
Yeah, Loris always have one little mistake.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
he
that
doesn't
man.
never
Yeah,
get it,
facts.
man.
Yeah, it's a mistake.
Lois and them do too much of this, yeah.
but last thing, I never knew they pronounced
Last
Delight full name as Delight. I never know that's how they pronounce it.
Who?
Never hear
I
that. I never hear they pronounce it like that.
I was listening Rio's podcast by With Five, and they did an interview with Van de Beek, and he kept saying Delight. So I guess that has to be the right thing. He kept saying Delight, Delight, Delight. So I guess that's how it is.
Oh, he delighted to meet the man. He delighted to talk to the man. Joking, sir.
Hear this, man. Last comment for the night. Loris not even better than the Bethesda keeper.
The man do Lois
Yeah,
bad,
man.
man. Lois just, I'm
Only
fine.
you-
Lois just
only
look
you-
be a good keeper, man.
Only it is special. Only it is special. Yeah, Jolly. We told them in the comments what it is like. All right, fellas. We come back again on Thursday night, God's willing. Talk
Yeah,
more
man.
football. We're going to preview the games coming up on the weekend. Premier League is back in full effect. 10 games to go. I think City have 11 games though. But 10 for most teams, 10 games to go.
10
It's
cup finals.
like the last 100 meter now. You know, when
Yeah,
the
10 cup
Olympics
finals
look for
to go.
done, I
Yeah,
had
man.
100 meters, 10 finals to go. So we'll be back here, fellas, on Thursday to review it, to talk about it, and if anything else pops up in the world of football, we'll be here to talk about it. Good night, fellas. Morning, Cello, Xbox 2. We got clubs meeting right now.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.